You will never find the thing that makes you the only. At least not on your own. I don't care how smart you are, how self-aware you think you are, how many branding exercises you've done. And I can prove it to you with a guy who owns 100 properties and still could not see it. Hi, I'm Brad. I help impressive, forgettable experts find the one story that makes them the only choice. This is part of the Only series. So let me tell you about a client of mine. His name, Asaf. And I'm telling you about Asaf specifically because Asaf is a lot like you. On paper, he's crushing it. Real estate investor. He's got 100 properties. He's got his own construction company, property management. He lends. He's got 25 Airbnbs. And if you saw his numbers, you'd think, this guy has it completely figured out. And a while back, he goes to New York City. He walks into his old college buddy's office on Park Avenue, and his buddy has 150 people working for him. Asaf figured his friend was worth maybe $1 billion in real estate, or at least he had $1 billion under management. Turns out it was $7 billion. And Asaf walks out of the building. In his own words, feels like a little peon. So he comes to me and he says, Brad, I thought it was a shark, but I'm somewhat of a shark in a pond. And then he says the thing that I think a lot of you feel and never say out loud. He said, I don't think I value enough who I am. I listen to too many people. So he did the work with Asaf, and I told him, Asaf, stop trying to be the shark in the ocean. That's New York City. There's always going to be somebody with more zeros than you. That's a race you are going to lose forever. Do not chase the best. Be the only in your water. And after we did the work, we found it. He's the only investor in Albany who owns the entire real estate thing under one roof. Construction, management, lending, the whole stack. One person. He's not just a shark in a pond. He's a shark who chose the pond on purpose and owns all of it. Same guy, same 100 properties he walked in with. Nothing about his business changed. The only thing that changed is he stopped apologizing for his water and started owning it. Now here's why this matters for you. And please, I want you to hear this. Look at what Asaf had. He had an empire, 100 properties, and he still could not tell you what made him different. He was standing on top of the answer and could not see it. Not because he's not smart, because it's really hard to cast yourself. So think about this. Every single film set on this planet has a director. Everyone. Why? The star is talented, right? Well, some stars. Why can't the star just direct themselves? Well, because nobody on Earth can be in the scene and watch the scene at the same time. Think about it. That's physically impossible. You cannot be fully yourself and objectively see yourself in the same moment. The most gifted actor in the world still needs somebody sitting in the chair behind the camera saying, that right there, do more of that. You are the star of your own business, and you have been trying to direct yourself. That's why it's not working. You sit down to figure out your thing, you stare at your own life, and you see nothing because it all looks ordinary from the inside. So you give up on that step and you jump straight to posting content, and then you wonder why nobody's watching. That's not a content problem. You skip the one step you physically cannot do alone. All right, here's some truth about that step. Finding your thing could happen fast. I've done it with people in one 45-minute conversation. What makes it take people years is trying to do it by themselves, in private, with nobody to tell them that they're onto something. The reason it's taken you this long, not that your thing is hard to find, it's that you've been looking in a mirror when what you needed was a director. Guess what? I have a program that's going to help you. It's called The Marquee. I'm the director. I sit in the chair. I watch your scene and I find the thing you cannot see about yourself and hand it back to you, built in a form you can actually use. On day one, we will find it. Then we will build the story that proves it and the system to tell it. All over 2 half-days and 4 weeks, live with me in a small room that won't let you hide. I've got a founding class that's enrolling now. We've got 25 seats. Doors close Wednesday, August 12th. The link is below. I want you to stop trying to cast yourself. Follow me for more on becoming the only choice in your space. Same skill, new mountain. Don't be the best. Be the only. Be the $2 bill.